Let's continue with privileges. The next kind of a privilege we will discuss would be public interest immunity privilege, or known as a state privilege, or crown privilege, or perlindungan keistimewaan terhadap kepentingan awam. Okay, so someone has recorded our conversation today, so it's okay. So please share with your friends who are unable to surf the internet for today lah. Okay. So when we talk about state crown executive public interest immunity privilege, we're going to discuss about two sections. One is section 123. Another one is section 162. Okay. So we refer one by one first. 123. So what is 123? Try to say. 123 provided evidence as to affair of state. No one shall be permitted to produce any unpublished official record relating to affair of state or to give any evidence derived therefrom, except with the permission of the officer at the head of department concerned, who shall give or withhold permission as he think fit, subject however to the control of minister in the case of department, Federation Malaysia, and chief minister in the state, department of the state government. So no one shall be permitted to produce any unpublished official record. Kalau dah publish tak apa, yang unpublished ni, unpublished official record, apa dia? Is official record which is not being disclosed to the public lah. Okay, macam Official Secret Act tu kan, is protected. Okay, cannot be disclosed, okay, unless the one who make it, okay, allow it lah. Okay, so dalam bahasa Melayu dia, 1 to 3, keterangan mengenai hal ehwal negara. Tiada siapa jua dibenar mengemukakan apa-apa rekod rasmi yang tidak disiarkan yang berhubung dengan ahliwal negara, okey, atau memberi apa-apa keterangan yang didapati daripadanya kecuali dengan kebenaran pegawai yang menjadi ketua jabatan berkenaan yang akan memberi atau tidak akan memberi kebenaran itu. Sebagainya patut. Okey, selama ada di peringkat persekutuan ataupun peringkat kerajaan negeri. Okay, so I think everybody have an idea what kind of privilege is this, public interest immunity privilege. So we have learned about marital communication privilege. That one is privilege between communication husband and wife. Last week we have talked about legal professional privilege, communication between solicitor and client. And this time we can talk about a privilege which can be used, okay, to cover government documents or information, whatever it is. You cannot disclose it in court. You cannot use it as an evidence. It's protected under this privilege. So this kind of privilege normally being used by the government lah, whether federal or state level. So to protect their documents or to protect their people from come to the court to testify. Okay, because it's belong to the hal ehwal negara. So anything relate to hal ehwal negara cannot be disclosed lah. But the issue now is, what do you mean by hal ehwal negara? Nowadays, everything they claim to be hal ehwal negara. Okay, is it really to be hal ehwal negara or not? So there should be limit lah. Okay, itu dia. So if anybody have a question, just unmute je, tanya je. I have a question, okay. Why we need to have this kind of privilege? Anybody know? Kenapa kita perlu ada this kind of privilege in the first place? Abdul Had ada?
Ada, sir.
Kenapa kita ada?
Can you hear me? I think because it is matter of state, whether it is not decided yet or it is not decided yet, so it cannot be disclosed.
So, thank you, Abdul Had. As Abdul Had said, because it's matter of state lah. Okay, so it's state level lah. So kalau state tu, itulah dia. Okay. Apa lagi sebab kita ada this kind of privilege? Anybody else tahu ke?
To protect the interest of the government.
Correct, to protect the interest of the government, Syami. Okay, correct. So everybody have their own interest. Husband and wife have their own interest. Lawyer and client have their own interest. Government also have their own interest. Okay. So is everything being permitted to disclose as an evidence in court? So our government will collapse. Okay, there will be, apa kita panggil anyway, instability, tak stabil. Because nowadays is online everything, right? People can know immediately what happened. Okay. So is everything being disclosed just like that? So maybe create instability, especially when people don't understand about certain subject matter lah, layman and not to forget those who have interest lah. Okay, their political interest, they will make use every news. Okay, to serve their own political interest. Okay, everything ya. Itulah dia. Kenapa Sir Muzaffar tak pakai topi hari ni? Kalau I masuk politik hari ni, isu I tak pakai topi pun dah boleh, tak pakai topi pun dah boleh jadi isu hangat. Okay. Okay. So nasib baik I tak masuk politik. Okay. So selamat. Okay. Can do whatever I like. Itulah dia, is to protect the government interest, to protect the, not only the government. Okay, is to protect, nama privilege ni pun public interest immunity. It's basically to protect the public, not government so much. Okay, public interest immunity. Kalau you tengok sebelum-sebelum ni, marital communication privilege, legal professional privilege, ini bukan public interest. Kedua-duanya adalah private interest. Okay, it's protect interest of husband and wife. Legal professional protect the interest of lawyer and client. Tu je. Only this kind of privilege is public in nature. So there's a difference between this kind of privilege and the privilege you have learned for the last 2 weeks. Ini public interest lain sikit. Okay. Public means rakyat, orang ramai. So kita tak boleh disclose certain information to protect public interest. Okay. And any more reason lagi ke sebab kenapa we need to have this kind of privilege? Apa logik lagi? Anybody? Anybody?
Sir, maybe to protect the diplomatic relation.
Yes, correct. Correct, Wafi. Okay, to protect our relationship with other sovereign countries lah. Okay, diplomatic relation, as Wafi said. That's one. To protect, okay, diplomatic relations. We want to know which country our government have relationship with. Okay, itu dia. And not only that, we need to protect the security of the country, especially matter of defense, security. So takkan nak disclose apa banyak submarine kita beli, tapi selalunya kita disclose lah, tak tahu kenapa. Okay. Okay, banyak negara-negara yang kecil-kecil ni, dia suka disclose apa benda yang dia beli. Okay. Kami telah membeli 2 submarine. Okay, tak tahu kenapa. Okay. Okay, tu dia. So actually it cannot be disclosed. It's a national security. Okay. Disclosing to people what you purchase. Okay. Okay, so does not make any sense, especially your enemy. Enemy will know how many submarine you have, how many weapon you have, how many jet flight you have, fighter flight you have. Okay. So sometimes it's better to keep things in secret lah. Okay. So this could be so many logic. How to know whether a document really relate to affair of state? This is the most important question. As I said just now, nowadays, especially government, they try to claim everything to be affair of state. Kadang-kadang menu mi goreng mamak pun affair of state. How come? Okay, you might laugh, but it can happen. Okay. It's affair of state. Berapa banyak duit menteri ni pakai untuk bayar tol tiap-tiap hari, okay, di jalan raya. Affair of state cannot be disclosed. Is it affair of state in the first place? That's the issue. This is the most important question lah. So kalau you dah practice nanti lawyer you nak deal dengan government, benda macam ni lah you akan selalu berurusan. Okay, affair of state, hal ehwal negara. Apa maksud hal ehwal negara? So to know clearly what do you mean by affair of state, a good judgment by almarhum Raja Azlan Shah as he was then, in the case of B.A. Rao against Sapuran Court, 1978 to Malayan Law Journal 146. According to almarhum Raja Azlan Shah, in my opinion, affair of state is like an elephant. Apa itu hal ehwal negara? According to almarhum, it's like gajah lah. Elephant everybody know, right? Okay, it's like gajah. is perhaps easier to recognize than to define. We know that is elephant, but what type of elephant is that? That's a problem. Okay. Okay, I do not know why almarhum Raja Azlan Shah refer to elephant. I think other kind of okay. You can a reference also can be made to a cat. It's like a cat. It's easy to recognize. It's a cat. But what kind of cat is that? Is it Persian cat? Chinese cat? Local cat? Foreign cat? Okay. Okay. If I have to judge. Obviously, it would cover document relate to public security. Macam national defense, itu haiwan negara lah. You tak boleh obtain this information. Okay. Or cabinet minutes. Musyarat kabinet setiap minggu tu menteri ya. Tak boleh ya. Public document. Or document the disclosure would be detrimental, harmful to foreign relation, as Wafi said just now. Okay, so almarhum Raja Azlan Shah already mentioned what do you mean by affair of state. So he give example lah. Okay, national defense, confidential documents, okay, cabinet minute, policy punya documents. Okay, anything relate to foreign relation. Okay, this is affair of state cannot be disclosed to the public. Question. If the document is not so obvious on affair of state, how? Kalau dia bukannya foreign relation, kalau dia bukannya national defense, so how to determine? In this regard, there are two approaches in deciding whether the document really affect affair of state or not. The first approach is by looking at the nature of the document. Macam almarhum Raja Azlan Shah said just now in B.A. Rao against Sapuran Corp, 1978, 2 Melayu Law Journal, 146. So this is the picture of almarhum Raja Azlan Shah lah. Pada siapa yang tak tahu lagi okay. So okay, look at the note itself. Okay, as almarhum said, okay, look at the document itself. Kalau refer to national defense, cabinet minutes, foreign relation is automatic is affair of state lah. Tapi according to one more judge, okay, kalau tak so clear, the second approach where the court will look at the nature of the document as well as the effect of disclosure. Apa kesan dia kalau kita disclose this document? Itulah dia. Okay. Kenapa? Apa kesannya kalau kita disclose document? What will happen? Adakah ianya akan jadi seperti dalam gambar ini? Cuba tengok gambar ni everybody. Okay. Ini gambar apa? Ini bukan pesta ria bukan kenduri kenara Ini gambar orang tengah berdemo. Inilah akibat. Okay. Ada asap-asap bukan main mercun tau, bukan hari raya Imran Okay. Ni. Okay. Demo. Okay, this judge siapa kenal judge ni? Anybody know? Ni lecturer saya dulu. Dia ajar Criminal Procedure Code CPC. Former judge, Federal Court level. Kenal tak? Siapa kenal? Syami kenal Syami?
Tak kenal.
Tak kenal Syami? How come? Okay. Siapa kenal? Imran kenal Imran?
Sorry sir, saya pun tak kenal.
Tak kenal tak apalah. Aduh, Fauzan kenal Fauzan?
Tak kenal juga sir.
Tak kenal juga. Azhan Sabah kenal? Ada Azhan? Azhan mana? Aduh, Syarif kenal Syarif? Syarif ada?
Maaf, tak kenal sir.
Tak kenal juga.
Tak kenal sir.
Tak apa. Ramai tak kenal Arham kenal Arham? Siapa orang?
Tak kenal sir. Ni tahun berapa ya sir?
Tak kenal Arham
Tak kenal. Ni just tahun berapa?
Apa ni?
Tahun berapa dia bertugas sebagai
soalan
Justice Harun.
Apa dia?
Justice Harun.
Okey, betul. Justice Harun. Okey, nama penuhnya Tan Sri Harun M. Hashim. Yang tu korang buat client counselling competition ke FSU tu kan? Harun M. Hashim Competition. Ni lawangnya. Oh. Okay. Dia ajar saya dulu CPC, Criminal Procedure Code. Okay. Dan meninggal lah. Meninggal dunia masa final exam paper I lah. Meninggal. Okay, sempat habis mengajar. Time final exam. Hari final exam paper dia. Pagi. Tak dapat datang sebab meninggal sebelum subuh tu. Okay. Very nice guy lah. Okay. Okay. Very humble nampak wajah Mak Saleh tapi tu lah. Sebab dia campur. Okay, Kelantan dengan Scotland. Tak salah, mak dia Scottish, Scotland. Tu nampak macam Mak Saleh sikit. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Harun J Harun Hashim. Bapak dia pun J juga tu, Hashim J. Okay. Dalam kes Wicks Corporation Southeast Asia Siang Barat again Minister of Labour Manpower Minister of Labour and Manpower 1980 sekarang dah tukar lah. Minister of Human Resources, dulu Minister of Labour and Manpower 1980 So question, who has so dalam kes apa Wicks Corporation ni the late Allahyarham siapa? Tan Sri Harun Hashim ni said, okay, kalau nak tahu sama ada affair of state or not, kalau tak clear sangat as what being said by almarhum Raja Azlan Shah, tengok apa effect dokumen tu. Kalau dibuka create problem, then better close lah. We regard it as a affair of state. Itu sebab dia cakap approve je dah. Okay, look at the nature of document as well as the effect of disclosure. Apa kesan dia? Kalau kesan dia tak membawa apa-apa kesan kepada masyarakat, okey lah kot boleh disclose. Okay. Itulah tu dia. Question, who has the power to decide over disclosure of a document? Ini soalan paling penting sekali. Okay. Okay, siapa ada power untuk decide disclosure? Question nak bagi sini, executive ke judiciary? Kita ada branches, ada 3 branches of government, right? Satu executive, satu judiciary, satu lagi apa Syami? Selain pada executive dengan judiciary?
Legislative.
Legislative. Okay. Semalam saya tengok parlimen punya discussion first day, ada orang silap. Okay, ahli parlimen. Dia 3 branches of government, dia kata executive, legislature dengan monarchy. Okay, monarchy. Legislature. Okay. Okay. So ahli parlimen pun tak perfect. Okay. Itulah dia. Moral of the story. So siapa ada power untuk decide? Executive ke judicial? Siapa yang ada power untuk menentukan bahawa dokumen ni, dokumen haiwan negara tak boleh disclose? Kerajaan ke ataupun hakim? Itu persoalan dia. Okay. Siapa ada power? Rasa you all siapa ada power? Hakim
Judiciary.
ke? Judiciary Kerajaan kerajaan. Okay. Both of you correct lah. Okay, both of you are going to say correct. Okay, in theory, someone said just now is judiciary lah. But in reality, susah aku cakap. Could be executive. Could be. Okay. So, mari kita tengok position daripada negara-negara ni sebelum kita pergi Malaysia. UK siapa yang ada power? Before the case of Conway against Rima, 1968, 2 appeal cases, 910, the position in England was that the court could not go behind minister certificate, that disclosure of the class or document or content of particular document would be injurious to the public interest. The minister certificate is conclusive. So I underline. So meaning that whatever being said by minister is final. Okay, so before the case, maknanya dah lepas case ni dah ubah lah. Before 1968 in England, okay, whatever being said by the minister, prime minister is final, cannot be argued, debate in court. Okay, before, tapi sekarang dah berubah lah. Okay, before tu case apa? The good case to highlight will be Duncan against Camel Late and Company Limited, 1942, appeal cases 624. You can see the photo there. It's involving the sinking of submarine during 1942. There was a Second World War in England between Europe and lupa apa nama misai kontot tu, Hitler. Okay, Jerman. Okay. Okay, itulah dia. So there was a submarine yang sunken. Okay, nobody know what's happened. So a lot of people, more than 100 people die. Okay. more than 100 people died. So the family sue the government of England lah. They want to over negligence. They thought the reason why the submarine sunken into the deep ocean because there was a imperfect, some some error lah inside the submarine itself. It's not being shot down by Hitler army, okay, but because of negligence or because there could be some wrong with the design of submarine. So when suing the government, they would like to obtain the blueprint of submarine. Of course lah, Second World War. Okay, we cannot disclose the information, right? Okay, if not the enemy will know. So that's why in this case, dalam case tadi tu, okay, apa case tadi lupa. Okay, Duncan against Camel tu, okay. The court held that the minister has the power to decide whether a document should be disclosed or not the judiciary. It's very dangerous because it's involving a national security measure, okay, information, okay, they are facing with Second World War, 1942. So they cannot simply give the power to the judiciary to decide lah over disclosure. The government has the full power, executive in England. Okay. So the decision in Duncan was followed later on in the case of Hellis against Home Office Company Limited 1953, 2 Queen Bench 135. Tengok tahun dia, 1953. Second World War dah habis. So apa lagi problem yang ada kalau tak bagi power tu dekat judge untuk disclose, okay? Because 1950 walaupun perang dunia kedua dah habis, you must remember masih ada lagi perang. Perang apa? Dalam Econ tu. Perang apa kita panggil?
Cold War, perang dingin.
Yes, correct Wafia. Cold War, perang dingin. Masih perang lagi. So that's why they cannot give the power to the judiciary lah. Okay, to allow judiciary to have the power to disclose certain information, to disclose certain document or not. Okay, is the minister power, okay, still absolute. The prime minister still have power in England to declare certain document to be affair of the state or not. Okay. Okay, until 1968. 1968 ni dah ada macam movement dah tu. Movement apa? Greenpeace. Peace. Ni main tangan peace. So peace ni diorang dah banyak natural, diorang belajar law, natural justice semua dah. Okay, they started to influence the mind, the critical thinking of the judges in England lah. So by virtue of this case, Conway Agrima, by 1960, the House of Law in UK, the highest law in the land in UK lah before, held that the court retained the final decision on whether privilege should be upheld, not the minister. So finally, until today in England, the judiciary has the power. The judiciary branches of government has the power. So which branches of government has the power in England to decide it? Is the judiciary to decide whether a document can rely on this privilege or not. Okay. However, in reviewing the state claim, the court need to balancing the competing two public interest. Apa tu public interest? State interest dengan public interest. Yang mana justice interest, sorry. Okay, state interest and justice interest. Which one yang skill dia lebih tinggi? Kalau state interest mean privilege apply lah. Kalau justice interest then kena disclose lah. Cannot use the privilege. Okay, so you refer to the case of Burma Oil Company Limited against the Bank of England 1980 appeal cases page 1000. Okay, so siapa yang ada interest state interest or justice interest, yang mana lebih berat? Kalau state interest, privilege apply lah. Kalau justice interest lagi berat, maknanya privilege does not apply. Simple as that. Semua okey dekat England? Okay, semua okey ke? Ada apa-apa soalan? Okey
Doktor,
Ya.
saya kurang jelas yang dalam kes Conway and Rimmer tu, the judgment in that case where it said that the court retains the final decision on whether the privilege should be upheld, not the minister. Saya kurang jelas yang
The
that part.
court have the power. Okay. In the case of Conway where the House of Lords held that the court retained the final decision, means that the judges, the judiciary, okay, has the power, should decide, okay, whether a privilege should be upheld on the document or not. Not the executive, not the minister, not the government. So they overruled case tadi lah. Alice tu dengan Duncan tu. Itu maksud dia Syamil.
Okay, so kiranya dekat UK, the latest decision is this case lah kan? Because this is 1968.
This case lah. House of Lords case, highest court in land until today.
Okay, alright.
Any more question? Tak ada. Semua okay ya? Kita pergi mana ni? Okay. United States of America. Okay. Donald Trump. Okay. Okay. Mana ni? Okay. In the United States, US, the court has consistently refused to recognize any absolute power in the executive to prohibit disclosure. Itu daripada dulu sampai sekarang. So maknanya kuasa presiden dia terhad lah. Okay, Donald Trump tak boleh order certain document to be covered by privilege. Okay, so it's up to the court in US to decide. You refer to the case of United States against Reynolds 1953 and New York Times Company against United States. Clear. Okay, the power of the court in US is very huge lah compared to their executive, compared to their president. Okay, finish. Okay, how about Australia? Of course lah, being a British colony, okay, last time, being influenced by British punya legal system, they follow all the development in UK lah. In Australia, the court had decided long before Conway Garima, an affidavit of the minister was not conclusive, and that the court has the power to call for the document, to examine them, and to determine the validity of the claim of privilege by themselves. You refer to the case of Robinsons against South Australia, 1931, appeal cases 704. Minister, okay, the court has the power, not the minister, not the executive, okay? The judiciary has the power. How about New Zealand? Okay. In New Zealand, in the case of Corbett against Social Security Commission 1962, New Zealand Law Report 878 held that the court of New Zealand possesses the power to overrule ministerial objection. Same also, macam Australia, judiciary has the power, not the executive. Okay, itu dia. To decide whether the document should rely on this privilege or not. Okay. How about Malaysia? Okay. Refer back to the main case of B.A. Rao against Sapuran Co tadi, 1978, to Malay Law Journal 146. Tadi kita dah discuss a little bit. Where the court held that the law of this aspect, as it appears to me, is that it is for the court to decide. Simple lah. Common law country, right? Okay. So we follow the developments, whatever being developed in UK lah. It's for the judiciary to decide, these branches of government. Okay. Judiciary. Not the executive. Okay. So which branches of government has the power to decide over disclosure of document? Judiciary. Okay, so you can see the developments in UK, United States, Australia, okay, apa tadi? New Zealand, as well in Malaysia. Okay, and same goes in India also. In India also they follow the same principles lah. Okay, because India also is being colonized by British, right? Okay, then why you can refer to Augustine Paul lah. Okay, there's so many Indian cases which talk about this matter. Singapore also, okay, same. Can the court inspect the document that relate to the affair of the state? How to know whether the document is affair of the state or not? Okay, if we don't have a document in front of us, okay. The problem is that we refer to section 162 of the Evidence Act. 162 provide for the production of document and their translation. It said that subsection 2 lah. The court, if it sees fit, may inspect the document unless it refers to affair of state or take other evidence to enable it to determine on its admissibility. So dokumen tu, the court, mahkamah boleh jika difikirkannya patut memeriksa dokumen itu, melainkan jika dokumen itu betul-betul berkaitan dengan haiwan negara. So maknanya kalau dokumen tu betul haiwan negara, maknanya dia tak boleh refer lah. Tapi macam nak tahu sama haiwan negara ke tak? Tapi tadi dah cakap dah, hanya mahkamah saja boleh tentukan. So kalau ke mahkamah nak tentukan dari haiwan negara, mesti kena tengok dulu, mesti kena ada evidence to support, right? Okay, tak boleh dengar je cakap minister tu. Kadang-kadang minister takut dia kelentong ke apa, court, okay. So a court should have the power to evaluate, okay. So that's why ada second part tu, or take other evidence to enable to determine on its admissibility. Itu keyword tu. Maknanya kalau dia tak boleh tengok dokumen tu per se, dia boleh look into surrounding other kind of evidence to determine whether it's really relate to affair of state or not. He can do his own research. Okay, he can contact certain people from the ministry. Okay, selain daripada call menteri tu, dia boleh call dia punya ketua setiausaha kementerian. Orang-orang pejabat sana. Itu maksud dia take ada evidence. Ataupun siasat sendirilah. Okay. Setelah ya.
So maknanya burden untuk buktikan tu daripada eksekutif jugalah kan?
Apa? Burden apa?
Burden untuk buktikan yang tu adalah hal ehwal negeri, beban tu kepada eksekutif lah kan doktor?
Sebab dia yang claim privilege. Siapa yang claim privilege, beban tu pada dia lah.
Oh, I see. Okay, doktor.
Okay. So itulah dia. So dia boleh look into other kind of evidence lah to know whether this document is really a fair of state or not. So kalau sebab dia tak dapat tengok sangat kalau dokumen tu really a fair of state, so dia boleh refer to other kind of evidence lah. Circumstantial evidence ke apa-apa jenis evidence lah. Expert pun boleh juga. Okay. Ataupun dia buka komputer buat research sendiri. Judicial notice. Okay. Okay. Dokumen ini berada di bawah OSA. Official Secret Act. Cannot be disclosed. Okay. Betul ke tak? Check. Okay. Buka komputer. Okay. Itulah dia. Tapi untuk kes ni dia ada berapa school of thought pula tu. Okay. Sebab section ni sebab itulah sebab executive the judiciary being given the power to decide. But the problem now not only Malaysia, in India also, because kita pakai hampir sama evidence act tu. It's mentioned ada 162 tadi, kalau document tu really refer to a fair of state, they cannot rely at all. So how to know whether this document is really a fair of state or not? Okay. Itu problem dia. Sebab ni because of this situation dia ada first school, second school dengan third school pula. Okay. Macam previous statement under corroboration topic tu. Okay, the first school, there is an absolute prohibition on the inspection of the document and taking of other evidence. This is very strict. It's mentioned by Kapoor J in Union of India against Sodhi Sukhdev Singh. All in the report, 1961, Supreme Court cases 493. The logical conclusion of this position would be that the court is exclude from overruling the discretion of the head of state. This is before Conway Rima ni. Kan Conway Rima tu kan 1968 kan? Case ni 1961. So sebelum 1968 tu, as I said, the development in England, apa-apa yang menteri bercakap tu final lah. Okay, ini earlier position. That's why it's put under the first school of thought. Maknanya dia tak, apa-apa yang menteri cakap kita harus percaya 100%. We cannot, the judge cannot overrule. Okay, then after developments, okay, second school, no inspection of document is permitted, but taking other evidence is permitted. Okay, this view was taken by majority in Union of India because unlike England, Malaysia dengan India tadi kita ada section 162. Yang first part tu mengatakan tak boleh. Second part tadi, taking other evidence tu boleh. Itu sebab dia develop second school of thought. Okay. Walaupun kita tak tengok dokumen tu, walaupun menteri tu cakap whatever being said by the minister is protected or should be absolute, but we can take other evidence, okay, to prove, okay, to know whether the document really relate to a fair state or not. Okay. Okay. One of the problem is what type of other evidence can be taken into account. It cannot be photostat. Tak boleh fotokopi. Okay. Usually it's include affidavit from the minister or head of department concerned lah. This approach gives more power to the judge compared to the first approach, but it prevents the judge from examining the very thing that he has duty to decide on. Obviously making his job more difficult lah because tak dapat tengok dokumen tu per se, terpaksa rely on other evidence, menyusahkan. Okay, it will require judges to more or less rely on circumstantial evidence from probably biased party. Okay, that's the problem lah. Okay, kalau rely on the second school of idea ni, nak pakai evidence lain pula. Okay, you refer to the local case of Takung Taberi against government state of Sarawak 1935, one current law journal 403. They rely on this second school of thought lah. Kita tak boleh rely on this document per se, but we can rely on other kind of evidence. Okay, government Sarawak. This is okay something about the developments of dam. Something they want to sue the government. They're not happy. They want to obtain the documents lah from Sarawak government, but Sarawak government refuse. Okay, okay. So the judge said that okay, by virtue of section 162, we can rely on other piece of evidence to know whether the document really relate to a fair of state or not. The third school, inspection of the said document is permitted. Okay, ini kes mana buat ni? State of Uttar Pradesh against Raj Narayan. All India Report 1975. Ini lepas Conway Rima tu lah. Okay. The Supreme Court in India took the following stand that the court can inspect the document and decide if it's related to affair of state or not. The court can examine the document and can override the head of department if it comes to the conclusion that disclosure would not be harmful to the public interest. This decision indirectly, okay, overrule decision yang Union of India tadi tu. Okay, so deaf tadi tu. Okay, dia overrule because the new development Conway Rima tadi, India pun ikut juga. Okay, dia kata boleh tengok dokumen tu. Third school. How about Malaysia? Kita follow mana school? Okay. You refer balik pada kes B.A. Rao Sapuran Kor tu is a leading case lah. When talk about public interest immunity privilege. In this country, objection to the production as well as MSCT was contemplated in section 123 and 162 of the Evidence Act. It decided by the court in the country to inquire all available evidence. This is because the court understand better than all others the process of balancing competing consideration. It has the power to call for the document, examine them and determine for its validity of the claim. Maknanya dia ikut macam third school juga tadi lah. Okay, the court can inspect everything. And you refer to the case of Gurbachan Singh against PP juga lah, 1966 to Melalui Journal 125 lah. It's follow the same ruling under B.A. Rao against Sapuran Kor 1978 ni. So that's basically about it lah. Waiver. Can we waive this privilege? You refer the case of Makan Jola. Makan Jola bukan makan julak. Spelling. Jola. Jola bukan koala. Koala tu yang kat Australia tu. Okay. Makan Jola. Makan Jola. Okay. Against Commissioner of Police of Metropolis 1992. 3 All English Report 617, where it was held that witness statement taken by police in the course of investigation of a complaint under section 49 of the 1974 Act ni, including the complaint's own statement, were protected from production or disclosure in civil proceeding brought by the complainant against the police on the ground of public interest in immunity. Notwithstanding that the maker of the statement give consent to their disclosure, meaning that even though the maker of the creator, the one who made the document give consent, okay, it cannot still be disclosed to the public. Okay, dia tak macam marital communication privilege dengan legal professional privilege tu. Why? Because this is, tadi nampak ni, public interest. So dia bukan private interest. Marital communication, private interest, husband and wife. Legal privilege communication is a private interest between lawyer and client. This one is public, so the ruling is different. Okay, even though the maker give consent to his disclosure, it cannot be simply be disclosed like that lah. Okay, dia kena ada proper procedure which need to be followed. Okay, even though the maker give their consent. Okay, dia kena ada procedure tu. Kena ikut. Kalau gagal ikut procedure, tak boleh lah. Wrong. Kalau you ingat, issue of pertaining to secondary evidence, macam legal professional privilege last week tu kita belajar kan? Kalau someone break into your legal firm, make a photocopy there, does the privilege attach to the secondary? No. How about this one? Someone break to the Prime Minister office and make photocopy of the document or any government office? Can they use the photocopy as an evidence in court? You refer case Roger ni. Roger against Secretary of State for Home Department. 1972, 2 All English Report, 1057. Where was held that, okay, regardless how many copy you made, it cannot be used in court. The privilege still attached to this copy and all the copies you made. That's the difference between public interest immunity dengan private tu, yang legal professional privilege last week tu. Legal professional privilege kalau buat photocopy dokumen boleh pakai. Okay, this one the privilege will be there forever. That's the difference. Because why? This is public interest. Legal professional last week itu is a private interest. Okay, itu dia. So alhamdulillah we finish apa tadi? Public interest immunity privilege. Next week we discuss the last privilege before we sum up with this chapter lah. Okay, privilege. Okay, against self-incrimination. Okay. Ada apa-apa soalan pasal today's topic?
Saya.
Yelah, tanyalah.
Doktor, kalaulah dia tak tender dokumen tu yang ada public interest tu, tapi dia bagi tahu isi kandungan tu, oral je. So sama privilege apply ni.
Kita ada satu section lagi, Suhaili. Thank you for the question. Section lepas 123, 124. It's not only 123, mostly talk about document lah. 124, it can come under what you, the ambit of your question lah. It's about oral testimony in court from a government servant whatsoever. There's same also under 123 tadi. Dia tak boleh testify orally in court to disclose whatever being said in their official capacity lah, unless there's a permission from HOD, Head of Department. So macam saya tak boleh pergi mahkamah tanpa kebenaran daripada ketua jabatan. Ketua jabatan saya siapa? Dr. Arif lah. Dr. Arif lah. HOD Department. Okay. Faham Suhaili?
Faham. Thank you, Doktor.
You're most welcome. 124 Suhaili of Evidence Act.
Okay, Doktor.
You're most welcome.
Sir,
Ada apa? Ya.
maknanya nak cakap yang public interest privilege ni dia akan supersede the relevancy punya evidence lah, sebab illegally obtained evidence tak pakai. Betul.
Illegal, the court is not border how the evidence obtained as long it is relevant. So in other words, this one privilege is overrule that kind of principle lah under kurma tu. Walaupun you pecah masuk pejabat kementerian mana-mana, you make photocopy, okay, the document is still protected by the privilege. So this privilege is prevail lah.
Oh, faham. Walaupun benda tu macam kita cakap benda ni relevan je, still tak boleh sebab dia protected bawah ni lah.
It's still protected. It's not because of that also. Kalau you ingat yang apa illegally obtained evidence tu Wafi, kita dah cakap kan pasal apa tu? The privilege, the court is not border how the evidence is obtained as long as relevant. But in certain criminal case, okay, if the prejudice is outweigh its probative value, the court will not consider the evidence also. So this prejudice tu, so that prejudice, this kind of privilege is fall under that category of prejudice punya idea lah. The court might regard it as a prejudice against the accused. Accused means the government.
Oh, I see.
Any more question?
Doktor.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome.
Doktor.
Ya.
Minta maaf, saya tak faham yang second school punya opinion.
Mana second school opinion? Yang first school tadi faham? Yang kita tengok. Third school.
Second school.
Ini second school First school cakap tadi maknanya tak boleh lah. Maknanya dia kena rely whatever the government say. Okay. This is dah tak pakai lagi dah. Okay, first school ni. Second school dia kata you tak boleh refer kepada dokumen tu per se lah. Maknanya kalau dokumen tu relate to welfare state, dia tak boleh rujuk dokumen tu. Tapi dia boleh refer ada evidence yang boleh memberitahu bahawa dokumen itulah relate to hal ehwal negara. Maknanya dia boleh pakai ada evidence macam witness ke, ataupun akuan bersumpah ke, affidavit ke, okay, yang menyatakan daripada menteri ataupun ketua jabatan yang mengatakan dokumen tu betul-betul adalah affair of state. Okay. Ataupun circumstantial evidence ke, ataupun the judge can do their own research ke to know whether this document is affair of state or not. Itu maksud by taking other evidence, okay, is permitted. Itu maksud dia. Boleh faham Faiz?
Faham sir, thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay. Third school, inspection of document permitted lah. Because tadi kita dah belajar kan, apa tadi yang all the branches of government, siapa has the power now is the judiciary. It's no longer executive. So whatever being said by the executive can be regarded as carry no meaning lah. Okay. Okay, because the court should have the liberty of power to decide whether the document is really a affair of state or not. Any more question lah? Semua okay? Yeah. Semua okay? Syami okay, Syami?
Okay, Doktor.
Okay, that's good. Arham okay, Arham?
Okay,
Arham tak?
doktor.
Okay, Arham
Okay.
Jarif okey, Jarif Aiman okey. Jarif Aiman bin Sazali ada?
Ada sir. Okey.
Okey ya. That's good.
Ya.
Ya.
Doktor, boleh ke kalau saya nak request previous slide untuk lecture kita sebelum PKP?
Previous slide before PKP.
Yang tak online. Hehe.
Oh, yang itu Official Secret Act lah, OSA, Swahili.
Okay, thank you
Affair
doktor.
of State.
Nak ada evidence.
Selamba ya.
Thank you sir. Okay, sir.
You're most welcome. Tak salin ke nota hari tu? Sebelum KP tu? Swahili?
Salin. Saja.
Saja je. Okay. Okay. Any more question? Semua okay assume okay je lah. Okay. Reminder you punya test, take home test, midterm test, open book test. Okay. 1 week starting today until next Tuesday lah. Okay, so saya dah bagi question semalam kan? Semua dah dapat Senang soalan dia, tak senang, tak susah pun. So ada 5 soalan, jawab 5-5 There are 5 question for the midterm test, answer all 5 question. Okay, ini bukan pilihan tu, jawab semua. Okay, all answers must be written clearly in English and be supported with relevant provision of evidence acts and decided cases. Strictly no cut and paste of the answer from any books, statute, cases, class note and internet. Okay, macam mana saya nak tahu? I tahu. Okay. Itulah dia. Please submit the answer for the midterm test on 21st July next Tuesday in PDF file. You type dulu dalam apa tu? Word. Lepas tu yang ini you boleh convert ni dalam Word. Lepas tu you type lah nanti bawah dia answer. Question 2 answer. Question 3 answer. Okay. Lepas tu you convert kepada PDF. Okay. Kalau you convert dia dulu pada Word ni. Okay. Lepas tu you tulis lah nama you. Nama you, metrik you. Kan senang, dah ada, jawab dalam ni je. Okay, sila jawab dalam ni. Lupa dia satu ayat. And lepas dah tahu jawapan tu, maknanya lepas tu you reconvert balik lah kepada PDF. Lepas tu hantar kepada Syami. KLB1 Syami, KLB2 Syauqi. Okay, so nanti Syami dan Syauqi akan calculate lah. So Syami tolong make sure
Okay.
semua orang ada. Ada berapa student dalam kelas you? 40?
45.
Tengok sekejap. Altogether 47 Syami.
47.
Ada 47 orang so make sure 47 orang ni ada orang. Semua hantar. Okay. So everybody please submit to Syami. Okay. Itu dia. Jangan lupa tulis nama, metrik, number semua
Doktor.
Ya.
That 5 marks deduction will be calculated starting from 22nd of July, is it?
Lepas 12 tengah malam tu. 12 malam tu. Maknanya siapa yang hantar lewat tu, potong lah.
Okay.
Automatic. Okay, 1 week. I think 1 week okay right? Swahili tak ada problem kan Swahili kan ni?
Tak ada.
1 week. Swahili pun tak ada problem. Okay.
So ada specific format lah.
Apa dia? Tak ada. Dia macam biasa you nak jawab macam midterm biasa Wafi. Normal je. Normal. Act normally. Okay. Macam jawab soalan. Okay. So tengok soalan tu baca baik-baik 15 markah, 5 markah, 5 markah, 5, 15. Okay. Tu dia. All together is 45. Banyak ni. So jawab betul-betul. Okay. Ada apa-apa soalan? Anything you can unmute question and ask question. Semua okay 1 week. Bestnya take home test. 3 chapter je. Okay. Tak ada, okay kot. Jangan lupa Syami, next week juga kumpul sekali assignment.
Okay.
Okay, so individual assignment kan? Okay, ini pun you PDF you hantarlah kat Syami So Syami you ada 2 file folder tau.
Okay.
Satu midterm, satu assignment.
Alright.
Buat separate file lah, jangan campurkan, kan pening kepala.
Okay.
Itu dia.
Doktor,
Ya.
saya ada question yang bukan pasal topik kita. Ni pasal kerajaan PN sekarang dan semalam pula kita ada speaker baru daripada Dewan Rakyat.
Okay.
So yang kedua-dua allegation ni ramai kata dari kita ada backdoor government dan yang sekarang ni pula kita ada backdoor speaker.
Okay.
Doktor ada komen ke? Is it really backdoor or they really comply with the rules and the statute?
Hard for me to say lah. Okay. But since the Agong has give his blessing to this government, so there's no issue of back door, front door, up door, down door government. It's a legal government. Okay, that would be my comment, Imran. Okay, Imran.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, method of evaluation. Okay, jangan lupa kita ada take home test ni 45 markah, banyak. Assignment 15. Kenapa banyak take home? Sebab final korang dah jadi 30. Tu yang markah pergi naik atas tu. Okay. Betul dia. Asal ni 30 tu? Tak tahu. I ikut arahan daripada universiti je. Dia nak 30, 30. Okay. I pun tak tahu. Universiti yang tu. Okay, 30, 30. Semua subjek. Final year ya. Okay, tutorial assignment 10 mark. Ini tak ada apalah, participation je. Okay, then take home final exam 30 Okay, you punya evidence to final exam, I was told that it will be on 19 and 20th 2020, 2 hari. So korang punya final exam untuk subjek evidence ni 2 hari And question and answer of the final exam will be given through goals application. My goals ni, Global Open Access Learning System, I was told by 19 August. So please make sure you have your name in Google's application lah, your address Okay, please make sure your name is there. Sebab I check semalam ada lebih kurang tak 50 orang je ada. Okay. Syami ada, okay. Imran pun ada. Wafi ada, okay. Arham pun ada. Yang lain-lain tu tak pelik sikit. So please make sure you have your name there. Nanti you tak dapat final exam. Final exam ni bukan saya bagi tau. Ini universiti yang akan bagi. Dia yang akan upload ke dalam sistem My Goals tu. Okay. So midterm seminggu. Yang ni 2 hari je tau. Okay. So akan ada 2 soalan, jawab dua-dua. Okay. 2 hari And I think you punya paper on that day is not only okay lah, it's the only paper lah, okay. Sebab banyak subjek lain yang tak buat final exam. So tak pening kepala. So please make sure you go through the goals application. Dia bukan my teams tau. Dia goal. Semua tahu goals kan? Okay, itulah dia. My goals Soaili, your name I think Soaili name is there. Okay. So please check your name is there, everything is there. So it's not to check lah, takut 19 nanti kalang kabut. So saya tak dapat final exam question. Dr. Azidah kata, ketua program kalau ada masalah call Dr. Azidah terus. Okay. Sebab I tak boleh buat apa-apa dah, because I dah bagi question kepada faculty last week. Okay, so faculty akan bagi kepada universiti lah. So universiti yang akan upload ke dalam sistem ni. Okay, so jawapan macam mana semua tu, saya pun tak tahu macam mana nak bagi jawapan tu. Dia type macam mana, nak hantar kat siapa, lepas tu kat mana I nak dapat jawapan dia. Semua ni masih blur So I akan update to you lah from time to time kalau ada new development about this Okay, saya pun akan contact jugalah siapa-siapa dekat pejabat tu nak tanya sistem macam mana. Budak ni nak jawab macam mana? Atas Word ke, dalam nak convert PDF ke? Sebab yang final exam ni bukan saya yang uruskan, faculty dengan universiti. Macam midterm tadi tu saya yang buat, tak apa, senang. Okay, suruh Syami kutip. Okay, yang ini lagi strict tau. Dia sebab dalam sistem My Goal tu dia ada tarikh-tarikh tau. So kita kena tahu tarikh tu 19, lepas tu due date dia 20. So tak boleh merayu-merayu lagi lah. Dah 12 malam 20 hari bulan tu dah close dah. Okay, macam ni boleh lagi I think nak. Okay, kau team lagi. Okay, semua tu macam midterm semua. Ada apa-apa soalan nak tanya pasal final exam? Sedih tak dapat final apa ni?
Sampai 12 malam 20 hari bulan
12 malam tepat.
Okay.
2 hari.
Lepas tu tadi saya suruh check nama tu, nama kat mana? Kat Google ke, check email ke apa?
soalan tu saya dimaklumkan dia akan di-uploadkan ke dalam My Goals. So jawapan tu nanti you akan bagi melalui My Goals juga. So saya kena buka seorang-seorang student dalam sistem My Goal tu bagi markah.
Tak, maksud saya yang Sir suruh kita orang check tadi tu, check apa?
Make sure you punya nama ada dalam sistem My Goals macam My Team dulu. Tak semua orang ada dalam masuk My Team ni. Saya yang terpaksa add kan. Dekat lebih 30 orang yang terpaksa add kan. Okay. So dalam My Goals tu, sebab dia My Goals ni macam universiti punya sistem tau. Okay, kita tak tahu. You all boleh check tak? Okay, you tahu tak you punya ada dalam sistem dalam My Goal tu. Saya selalu tiap-tiap awal semester saya upload course online. You all dapat tak? Melalui My Goals tu, course online saya, evidence, part 1 dengan part 2 selama ni. Dapat kalau dapat, okay, maknanya you punya adalah sistem My Goals lah. Semua ada My Goals kan? Address kan?
Semua ada. Maksudnya
Ada
kena enroll pada subjek ke, Sir?
Dia ikut subjek.
Maksudnya kami kena enroll pada subjek Law of Evidence lah. Yang saya
enroll pada
semak tadi.
subjek Law of Evidence.
Okay. Wafi, enroll Wafi.
Ada kan you all dapat? Kalau you tak dapat, sebab setiap semester, awal semester itu bulan Februari itu, bulan Mac itu saya dah upload course online evidence tu. Last semester pun saya dah upload dah bulan berapa lah lupa. September atau Oktober, course online Law of Evidence part 1. Kalau I selalu upload untuk My Goals ni course online je. Okay. So kalau you dapat course online maknanya okey lah kot. You punya ada dalam sistem. Tapi ada percubaan nanti, diorang suruh kita buat percubaan, persyaratan ni. So mungkin besok atau lusa saya akan upload soalan quiz. Okay, dalam sistem My Goal tu. Okay, cuba try tengok you dapat tak soalan quiz I. Okay, dalam minggu ni. Okay. I ambil soalan tutorial lah. Bukan quiz betul pun, main je. Nak tengok you all dapat ke tak. So nanti saya akan cuba uploadkan soalan tutorial. Dalam part quiz tu, My Goals, tengok you all dapat tak. Kalau you all dapat, okey lah. Yang tak dapat tu kena contact My Goals Kak Husin. Kena maklumkan pada saya.
Final tu bukan open book test kan?
Apa dia?
Final tu bukan open book test kan?
I think it is open book test.
Wow.
Tolong Suali.
Okay, thank you Doktor.
Sama. Lagipun kalau close book test tu macam mana kita nak evaluate Suali? Okay. Macam mana kita nak invigilate, evaluate pula. Invigilate, impossible. So better make it like an open book test jugalah macam midterm. Soalan senang tak final exam? Senang je, jangan risau. Lagi senang daripada midterm. Simple je buat. Last week baru bincang dekat faculty. Tak semua subjek tu ada final exam tau. Untuk subjek-subjek sijil amalan guaman saja. Evidence, CPC, CP. So you dengan budak-budak final year lah kena. Okay. Ada berapa soalan lagi? Semua okey ke? Yang lain senyap je. You can ask question tau. Ini time takut elak kekeliruan.
Okay sir, okay.
Semua okey ya? Tanya yang berapa soalan? Okay. Jangan kacau kelas monitor pula. Syami tolong tanyakan. Kesian Syami. Itulah dia. Abdul Ahad okey Abdul Ahad?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay ya. Imran
Sir,
okey
okay,
Imran? Okay, I okay. Hopefully goes well lah. Okay, sebab first time kita buat online ni tau. Saya nak tengok macam mana ianya berjalan. First time. So hopefully pray for the best lah.
Tuan, nak tanya. Untuk yang final tu, setiap satu attempt berapa jam exam?
Untuk final, dah tulis ni 2 hari.
Tak, satu attempt tu berapa jam? Maksudnya
jawab soalan tu dalam masa 2 hari.
Sebanyak 36 jam tu.
Tak ada per hour. Okay. Asalkan jawab masa 2 hari ni cukup lah. 19 sampai 20 Ogos tau. 19 bukan 9 Ogos. Okay, terkejut pula. 19, 20. Kalau ada perubahan nanti saya maklumkan tarikh-tarikh ni. So at least saya dah bagi tahu advance lah supaya you all tak kalang kabut. Saya akan check juga So nanti saya akan upload soalan quiz dalam My Goals dalam minggu ni. Okay, tak besok lusa. Nanti you all tengok-tengok. Nanti saya bagi tahu Syami lah. Syami tolong bagi tahu budak-budak suruh check my goals. Okay.
Okay.
No worry, kita tengok macam mana sistem ya. Saya dah cakap dah dengan faculty, dia kata kalau susah-susah sangat, bagi saya hantar macam bagi WhatsApp je semalam tu kat Syami tu, meet tu buat macam tu cukup lah. So biar Syami disposekan pada student, dah habis cerita. Tapi tak tahu universiti kita ni dia nak prosedur sangat. Okay. Hai, susahnya. Itulah dia, tak apalah. Kita tengoklah macam mana, kita doa yang terbaik ya. Okay, lupa. Syami jangan lupa apa dia?
Saya ada soalan.
Yes, Had.
Dia punya tarikh exam tu untuk full punya subjek dah keluar ke? Maksudnya subjek lain sekali pun dah ada juga ke dia punya tarikh exam?
Sekarang ni dia bagi makluman awal je untuk pesyarah. Confirmation belum lagi.
Oh, I see. Dia ada tarikh yang overlap ke sir? Maksudnya satu hari tu ada 2 subjek.
Ya. Tapi Dr. Azidah dia dah arrange, make sure you all ada satu paper satu hari. Okay, macam 19 hari bulan tu, okay, dia dah bagi kat sini kat saya. So you all akan ambil yang akan jawab soalan 19 hari bulan ni. 19 adalah siapa? Okay, my subject Law of Evidence Part 2 dengan budak-budak final year, Ajwatnya batch. Okay, acara civil procedure 2. So maknanya batch you all hanya jawab satu paper lah untuk hari ni, hari 19 hari bulan ni. I rasa subjek lain di bawah yang you ambil sekarang dengan budak final, tak semua subjek ada final exam kan? Kan Syami?
Betul, tak semua. Tapi still banyak
yang
lagi
ada
lah.
final exam apa selain pada I? You punya batch?
CPC, civil procedure. And then bankruptcy.
Okay, CPC, bankruptcy lagi?
And then we need office and personal management.
I think office yang Dr. Norman je ke?
I'm sorry?
Office and personal management?
Dr.
Norman ajar.
Dr. Norman, Dr.
Hamid.
Dr. siapa Arham?
Hamid.
Dr. Hamid.
Dr. Hamid.
Hamid I think subjek tu tak ada final exam lah. Dr. Hamid tak beritahu
Setakat yang dimaklumkan notis yang kami dapat sebelum ni, subjek office and personal management ada dalam final.
Ya ke?
Sebab dia ditulis dalam subjek amalan guaman.
Okay. Pelik. Okay. Tak apa, kita tunggu sebab diorang baru nak meeting. Saya call faculty semalam, diorang baru nak meeting pasal final exam ni. Minggu ni, besok.
Okay.
So kita tengok dulu lah. Saya nak cakap awal pun takut you all kalang kabut. So kita insyaAllah by next week dah stable kot.
Hopefully.
Kita apa-apa kita tengok next week. Kita ada 3 minggu lagi untuk berjumpa. So saya akan maklumkan lah kalau ada apa-apa perkembangan daripada pejabat.
Okay, doktor.
Okay. So tu je. Buat masa ni nak tahunya je. Semua boleh pakai goals. Tu je. Takut nanti kan ada orang hantar message kan 16 bulan kan. So saya tak boleh buka goal lah habis. Satu hal lah. Tak apa, kita tengok macam mana go through. Ini sebab diorang baru nak bincang ni. Okay. Kalau disclose awal tu no point juga. Okay, tengok final exam tak jadi. Okay. 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 Aduh, apa negaraku ni? Okay. Okay, Syami jangan lupa tolong Arham ke siapa ke betul tolong buat poster.
Okay.
Okay, okay buat poster. Buat cek yang cun-cun sikit. Okay, mereka-mereka yang volunteer ni tahniah diucapkan, terima kasih . So saya dah hantar nama-nama anda kepada Dr. Arif semalam faculty. Okay, nanti apa-apa hal dia akan maklumkan lah surat appointment . Itulah dia. Boleh guna sebagai evidence. Okay. So jangan lupa pakai kod cantik sikit. Okay, this is tutorial question number 6. Semua dah dapat kan? Yang ni minggu akan datang lah. Minggu depan kita tak ada . Minggu depan kita ada special talk Syami dah organize dengan Mr. Ravi.
Yes.
Ini minggu yang klik 1 lah. Okay, by the way, thank you very much for your cooperation and participation for our first online talk with Tuan Fazaluddin . It was, I think it was great . You can see tengok semua . Baguslah Syami, you pakai Google Meet ni very clear.
Cumanya untuk nak recording je lah.
Recording tu je problem.
But then Syauqi dah buat screen recording. I already have that video if you want.
Boleh you hantar.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I hope everybody learn ya. Tapi tak ramai orang join You tengok kat sini participant 86 je. Aku ada 90 lebih student. Okay. Itu je. Okay, so thank you for the question So Hailey asking a lot of question Syauqi dah potong rambut dah. Okay, Hadri gelap je. Okay. Amiruddin pun ada tengok senyum je. Okay, Tuan Fazluddin semua So I hope you learn something lah from him Okay. So I think it's, tak tahu best ke tak? Best ke tak Syami buat online ni? Talk.
Best. Dia sangat-sangat convenient
Rasa macam okay macam smooth je kan?
Yep.
Dia punya voice pun very clear. Okay. Payment everything don't worry Syami. Tuan Fazluddin baru hantar email semalam So saya dah dapat dah semua borang dia.
Okay, alright.
Saya dah serahkan kepada pejabat lah pagi tadi borang-borang dia. Claim duit tu.
Alright.
Simple je. Tak perlu print, tak perlu hantar email je. Jimat duit.
Betul-betul.
Kan senang Syami buat macam ni Syami. Tak payah lari-lari tengok you lari tempah DKF lah, DKS lah. Penat kan Syami? Refreshment lah.
Tak apa.
Syami, yang duit refreshment tu bagi RM10 ke RM30 dulu?
30.
30 I bagi full
Yes.
Okay lah. Yang extra tu I belanja you lah. You simpan lah Syami.
Alright, thank you Dr.
You're most welcome. Okay. Kesian you Syami pernah buat kerja. Okay. Banyak duit minyak tu So okay. Kan senang Syami. Tak payah buat refreshment. Angkat ni pergi sana lah, pergi sini lah.
Same cost lah.
Same cost sangat kan. So korang YouTube I nampak Imran itu tengah jalan-jalan itu. Okay lah. Thank you very much everybody Sorry panjang sikit today sebab nak bagi tahu pasal final exam dengan midterm tu bagi jelas betul-betul. Okay. Kalau ada apa-apa soalan boleh tanya Boleh hantar WhatsApp ke apa jangan malu-malu Okay. Malu tanya sesat jalan. Okay. So thank you very much everybody. Kita jumpa untuk tutorial seperti biasa minggu ni And then we meet for next week lah. And good luck for your midterm Boleh start jawab lah sekarang. Okay.
Right. Thank you Dr.
You're most welcome. Jangan lupa assignment hantar. Okay. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.